Hi, I'm Nancy Barile, and I teach English Language Arts at Revere High School in Revere, Massachusetts. When the pandemic hit, we shut down almost with literally no notice at all. And so it was very difficult because we were, in the middle of the school year. And, some of my kids had books already, and I taught a film class and I teach a class on The Walking Dead. And so for those two classes, my students had no access to materials. Meanwhile, I was lucky. I had a working knowledge of Zoom, so that was okay. I didn't have the best internet in my own home, so frequently my own internet would drop out and I would have to come back on. Luckily I had a husband who's pretty technical and he fixed that for me, invested a lot of money to do so. But I found, if I was going to continue to teach my film class, for example, I was going to have to, do it in ways that were really personal to build a connection with the students. So then I would create assignments like, tell me about your favorite scene in a movie, or tell me about, your favorite actor or actress and tell me why. And so all the assignments became writing assignments. And it was difficult because, I teach in a low income community where 80% of the kids get free and reduced lunch, meaning they live at or below the poverty level. So a lot of them did not have Chromebooks. So my school, immediately was trying to get materials and get Chromebooks and things to the students. The city was working to create hotspots. Many of our kids, do depend on school for their meals. So the school, continued to serve meals to the students, but we were also a COVID hot zone, a red zone. And so there many of our students and their family members became sick. And so it was, it was a really, really difficult time. And over the summer, like many teachers, we all worked our butts off to become very adept at, using different programs, Zoom, Google Meet, Google Classroom. I had to learn that. Like a lot of my colleagues already knew it, so they were, they helped me. And things like Padlet and Choice and things like that, so that you can help your kids connect. And I think my school made a really great schedule in which, the kids spend an hour in class, and then there's a lot of flex time and asynchronous time where we can meet with them one-on-one. And, a lot of really good things are happening, through remote learning. My students, who would go to college and weren't used to, submitting work online and typing papers and doing things like that, now know how to do that really well. And their papers are set up beautifully. They proofread more because we do a lot of one-on-one in breakout rooms. Their writing is getting better. So when I came back to school, I had to figure out how were my kids in my film class going to get access to the films. And luckily I found an online program and my school had a little bit of money to pay for it. But for The Walking Dead, I didn't know what to do because, I can't assume that my kids have Netflix subscriptions. So I reached out to the creator of The Walking Dead. I sent him a snail mail letter. I reached out to AMC. I reached out to someone who wrote a book about The Walking Dead, who writes articles for the Wall Street Journal, and he tried to help with AMC. And finally, I put something up on the Facebook webpage for The Walking Dead, and a woman contacted me, and she said, I really like what you're doing. It turned out she was from Revere. Her kids don't even go to the high school. And she didn't go to the high school, but she was like, I want to help you. So she gave me money so that I could buy gift cards for Netflix. And then if a kid did not have a subscription, we mailed them a Netflix subscription. So that was just so heartwarming for me that someone in the community would reach out like that and do something, so incredibly kind and caring. And it's really made a difference. So I'm very blessed in that, the community came together and that the kids now have access to the movies, to the shows. And my classes, they're kind of tailored for online. So it works really well. I don't have a whole lot of complaints. Attendance has never been better. So less kids have been failing. The writing is getting great. So, you know, I'm doing pretty good.